Alright, what's up everyone, it's me BaRKy, and I'm here today to showcase a mod that has been requested a lot. This is a mod for Rimworld Alpha 17 called Combat Extended, which may sound familiar to you because it is a spiritual successor to many other like combat realism-esque mods, which are all designed to make the combat in Rimworld feel both more brutal and realistic. Although that sounds simple, and I suppose in a way it is, but in no way is this mod actually simple. It changes Rimworld fundamentally. The combat now fully and entirely revolves around the player. Preparation must be taken to the next level to deal with the fact that your colonists are, well, they're human now, filled with squishy, weak organs that tear on impact. Harvestable organs. Sorry, I'm getting off topic. So let's take a look at the biggest surface level thing that Combat Extended drops on you. Ammunition. Indeed, it's true, you now need ammo to fight in Rimworld. You need to watch your rate of fire, you need to conserve ammo to last in the fight, and more importantly than any of that is that you now need to both sustain yourself during a firefight, as well as make sure your colonists can still work and move around relatively unencumbered. So yes, you have ammo, and yes, this changes the game, and this is probably the most recognizable facet of this mod. Not only do you have ammo, but your colonists have max weights divided into two categories, bulk and mass. These two stats affect the colonist's work speed and movement speed respectively. They are defined by colonist stats, and as Rimworld goes on, those stats are bound to change in the heat of a battle. Alright, so let's take a look at what the mod initially greets you with when you pick up your weapon and all that jazz. So over here you have your weapon. As normal, that's just normal. You can press B or whatever you have a hotkey to attack something like over there. But then over here you have these new tabs over here. So you have the rate of fire, or the fire mode, the sort of shot that you want to take. So you have snapshot, which means that you shoot a little bit quicker but it's a little more inaccurate, aim shot, which is just in the reverse, and then suppress, which tries to put people down. So if you're being shot at, your colonists will actually hunker down, as in they will lie down on the floor, and hopefully that increases their cover, stopping them from getting shot. And I'll show you an example with all this ammo later about why it's important to hunker down. But it's really cool. So if you want to make sure that if you don't really have the aiming capability to take someone down, then you can just switch on suppress and hopefully take down a raid just by keeping them down while people with better guns can fire at them. So this is not for snipers or anything, so we're going to leave it on aim shot. I just generally use aim shot. It seems to be the best medium. So here's the big number, and the biggest thing about this mod, it's the initial thing that everyone sees and thinks about when they think about this mod. So as you can see, we have 30 out of 30 full metal jacket, which correlates to the bullets that we're using right now, which you can see FMJ full metal jacket. And as I shoot, you can actually see the bullets decreasing here, and you can see the bulk decreasing over there. Turn it on to snapshot so he shoots a little bit quicker. And then you can see he's busy reloading his gun. And you can see the bullets dropping out of the side of the gun as he's shooting. And damage is happening to the wall. Pretty cool. And then when he's out of ammo, you can see that his bulk is decreased. He doesn't have any ammo left in his bag. And then he's sort of unequipped the gun, but you can just re-equip it and he'll go and fetch some more automatically, depending on what you have them assigned to. Now that is a whole nother beast entirely. The new tab. Alright, so let's take a look at the new assign tab, which comes with Combat Extended. So as you can see over here, we have the assign tab, which adds in a new loadout called current loadout. And what this effectively allows you to do is designate what your colonists carry and what they need to be with, like what they need to have with them on the battlefield. And now this is different to what the current outfit in Social Drugs has, because this is everything in the game. So for example, right now you can see what Zoe is carrying. She has these 5.56 times 45mm NATO cartridge, full metal jacket times 90. Then she has another 30 in the gun. And then she has an M16 A4. And the rest of the clothes are dictated by this tab. But this one over here, if I go into Zoe's tab, you can see exactly that. Except for the drugs, but I don't have any drugs for it. But you can see exactly what she's carrying. She has one M16 A4 and then she has one 5.56 times 45 NATO cartridge FMJ, 90 bullets plus 30, as she has one magazine clipped in or whatever that's called. Now from over here, I can tell them what else to take with them. So over here now, if I want them to take herbal medicine into the battlefield with them, I can just click on anything and then designate herbal medicine. Now you can see I can go like 2 or 3, that's 21. 2 or 3, and as I add in more, you can see the bulk and mass start to change at the bottom there, which is really cool. So let's remove that again. You can see that starts to change depending on how many they carry. And you can see the exact weight. Mass is 35, bulk is 1. So bulk, I assume, is how much space it takes up, and mass is how heavy it is, because obviously not everything can be compressed. Yeah, it's really cool. So I'll give them like 2 herbal medicine each. I'm going to stop her, and as you can see, the minute I undraft it says taking herbal medicine, so she's going to go equip herself with that. And at the same time, I may as well go ahead and just add in a knife, I suppose. They should all be carrying around a knife with them, so that they can go and equip themselves, just in case they get into like a melee fray. Now a few seconds later, they've gone ahead and gotten exactly what I told them to, so now she has a knife, she has the herbal medicine, and that's it. Now you can equip the knife just by right clicking on it, and she can switch to the knife instantly and take out this mega sloth. It's really awesome. Really awesome. When you're done with that, you can equip the M16 again and just sort of go about your business again. So that's the surface level of the mod. You instantly get greeted with the ammo, you see all these things. That's what it shows you in the beginning. What this mod truly shows you though is how human your colonists really are, and how human people really are, and just how like frivolous life is almost, because people in this game are weak. Incredibly weak. In fact, you will have colonists die in a matter of seconds. The M16 is not an amazing gun, it's not super late game for this mod, but I'm gonna go ahead and just spawn in a normal, let's say, gunner, and see how this goes. Look how quickly this guy's gonna go down, if my guy can aim, of course. Look at that. That was 1 shot. 3 shots and he's down. In fact, he almost lost his brain. That was 1 shot from my colonist, like 1 burst of shots, and it just took him down instantly. So now, in Rimworld, sure, that does happen, but this mod takes that to the extreme. In fact, you will see livers being torn apart, you'll see kidneys being destroyed, lungs being destroyed, brain shot. Look at that, his brain was 4 HP away from being destroyed. So he got melted instantly. Worse than that is that he's armored. He's wearing armor. You know, he's wearing armor. And now, interestingly, since I opened up the gear tab, you can see that the mass has actually gone straight into the red. Because he's down, you can see the capacity is at 0 kgs, while the current weight is at 19. So he's quite encumbered. If you've ever played like any Elder Scrolls game, you'll see the encumbered when you're carrying too much stuff. That's really awesome. Then you see the little tag. He said, "Hasta la vista, baby. Goodbye. Goodbye." But that's it. That's really it. That is how futile life is when you're playing with combat extended. It does not last long at all. Firefights, though, to be completely fair, can last several hours in game, even more. That's why it's good that your colonists carry around food with them and all of that. Now, another thing I want to show you. I'm going to spawn in another raider quickly. Hopefully my guy gets to the edge. He has an AK-12. Okay, this might be bad. This is an AK-12. It hurts. Alright, never mind. We actually got really lucky. Left ear shot off. Left arm almost destroyed. Head almost destroyed. And as you can see, he's on the floor, writhing in pain. He's going to bleed out in about 12 hours. That's okay, because he only took 4 shots. That's not that bad. Now you can see I have an option to stabilize him over here. Stabilize Torres. No medicine in the inventory, which is fair enough. So I'm going to pick up this medicine that guy dropped, and then I'm going to stabilize him. Then it gives you this little debuff over here, or buff actually. And what this allows you to do is stabilize people on the battlefield, which gives you a little bit of time to heal them. A little bit of time. After a little while, these stop working. So once you move them, it won't work anymore. That sort of thing. But it allows you to capture them and bring them back to your base and just, you know, kind of recruit prisoners. Because in this mod, the bleeding is just redonkulous. How much you bleed out. In fact, bleeding out is major. And not only that, but it also decreases your consciousness when you have lack of blood. So your colonists will go down easier. And there we go. You can see that the stabilizing is stopping. It's not working that well anymore. And it's gone back to what it was before, which is about 12 hours. So there you can see it's back to normal completely. You can go and stabilize him again, but it is very much a temporary heal. He's getting infections. This mod is brutal, and it's meant to be, and it's fucking awesome. Alright, so I don't want to make this video too much longer than it really needs to be, so I'm not going to go through every single new addition that Combat Extended brings to the game in terms of actual content addition, like new guns, new weapons, and stuff like that, but I will give you a show into the fundamental changes of it, And this is what the ammo looks like. So you can see it's sort of like, if I can get to get a normal clip, that's what a normal magazine stack looks like, up to 5,000 I think, and then it becomes this big box of ammunition, which is really cool. Now the way that you make ammo is that you need to go into the research tab and research from smithing. This allows you to build the low-tech ammo such as bows, arrows, and all that. In fact, I think you can make arrows straight from the start. This allows you to make the smithing table, which gets you some new weapons like great bow and stuff like that. This is good if you're going for low-tech playthrough. I've done it a few times. It's hard. From smithing, you get machining, and from there you can get to advanced firearms, but I do have another mod on called Combat Extended Firearms, so just keep that in mind. I would recommend getting both though. But machining is the big one. The machining allows you to build a machining table, but not only can you build a machining table, you can also build a loading bench. And this loading bench is in the production tab. When you've built the loading bench, you can actually start to produce ammo for the guns. As you can see, I've got a whole load of things over here because I was mass producing this ammo because I want to show you the different looks of the different types of ammunition. But you can make the ammo that you need. And every gun has its own type of ammo. So if I take a look at the M16A4, you can see it takes 5.56 times 45mm NATO ammo. So over here, if I go into the ammo, you can see I've got 3 of them open already. 5.56 times 45mm NATO, armor piercing, hollow point, full metal jacket. And with the armor changes in Combat Extended, which I'll get into now, this all correlates with how much damage you want to do to those types of armor. So if your target is really armored, you'll use armor piercing. If they're not armored at all, they're like fleshy, like say you're playing Zombieland, for example, you want to use hollow point, that does the most damage. Full metal jacket is just a happy medium. So that will go into what kind of armor you have on. So right now I've got a hyperweave duster, and you can see you have different armor values. So armor sharp is 0.40 and armor blunt is 0.1, which changes depending on what kind of material you have. You can actually see the exact thing over here, but it changes depending on the materials you have and all of that jazz. So you'd want to use armor piercing to get through hyperweave, because hyperweave is really good. I have a steel armor vest as well as a duster on made out of hyperweave, and a hyperweave t-shirt, obviously. That's no joke. Yeah, lets you have 3 different types of ammo, and this is where you make it. They usually cost steel only, but I've seen on the Discord that they're considering changing that into needing a primer sort of thing. But there are ammos that require different types of things. If I go into the Sabbath shell for the 50 BMG, you can see that it requires uranium. I have no idea why. Someone in the comments will probably tell me, a military buff. But a few of them require, like, let's take a look at the 30x64mm fuel cell. This requires FSX, which is something that you harvest out of boomalopes. So as you can see, a boomlope, it has chemical fullness at 13%. So yes, you actually need to harvest things from boomlopes. You need to tame boomlopes in this mod, which just blows my mind, but it's really, really awesome actually. Another material that you'll probably need to get is something called promethium, which looks like this, like a red canister thing, which you actually get from blaze bulb, which you can grow from the start. Now, interesting thing about the blaze bulb is that if the temperature is above 28 degrees Celsius or 82 Fahrenheit, it'll actually light itself on fire. So just keep that in mind. It's actually, it's kind of awesome actually. It's a nice dynamic. So you can't really do this in a desert area. And then at the machining table, so once you've gotten the ammo, you can go to the machining table and sort of see exactly what you're looking for. So over here you can see all the guns that you can make. I've got a mod, as I said, called Combat Extended Guns. I'll put the link in the description too. You guys can go take a look. But these are all the options you have over here. You get armor vests, which you can make out of steel or plasteel. You get composite helmets. You know, a lot of these are pretty crazy. You can get frag grenades, cocktails, EMP grenades, and all that. And as I said, with the assign tab, you can make your colonists carry grenades with them. So for example, I could have, as I've shown you this before, but I could have herbal medicine, plasteel knife, and some grenades. Type in frag, and I can put down frag grenade there. You know, it's really cool. Another thing that this allows you to do is make armor and gear for your characters based on what they're suited for, which is really nice. So over here I have backpack and tactical vest queued up to be made. So I'm gonna make a few of these quickly. Now you can see they'll equip the backpack and these tactical vests. Now you can see they look a little bit more geared up now. Now you can see we're making these composite helmets, and we have some vests. And there we go. Now you can see the vests that they have. You can check how much they give you. But you can see they start to look a lot more soldiery, you know? You can see he's wearing quite a bit of bulky armor and all that. But the better thing is that now that you have a tactical vest and a backpack, it actually increases how much you can carry. So backpack gives you an extra 30 bulk capacity. And the tactical vest increases reload speed. Or decreases it, sorry. And more bulk capacity as well. So it's awesome. It is really cool. They both balance each other out. But now you're a little bit tougher. You look a bit more like a soldier, you know? So it's really awesome. And then what would it be without showing you the explosives and all of that in the mods? I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in a law. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Now we can have some real fun. And this is what happens when you light the ammo on fire. She's being hunkered down. Put these two in cover over here. Right, we'll rip to Zoe. Yeah, left leg, left kidney destroyed, legs shot off, torso destroyed. Damn, that's a horrible way to go. You can see the bullets start flying out over here. And these people are actually being hunkered down. The walls are being destroyed over here. You can see the wall being damaged. The mountain has been breached. It's crazy. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the mod. Alright, so that is Combat Extended in its glory. I just wanted to show off the fundamentals. If I were to do every single bit of content, this video could easily be 40 to 50 minutes, and I don't want to do that. But this is the mod. As you can see, the big explosion of ammo is going on in the background, which is fucking awesome, by the way. This mod is absolutely amazing, and I recommend everyone just at least go try it out. Just have a few playthroughs with it. Make sure to make it a few playthroughs. Don't give up after the first 1 or 2 colony deaths, because this is RNG based. But as I said at the start of the video, it's very much prepare yourself for this. Put down sandbags everywhere. Research machining first. You can't play normally with this mod enabled. But seriously, please go give this mod a try. It is one of the best mods for Rimworld. I can't get over it. Anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you very much to everyone who asked me to do a review of this mod, to do a showcase on it, who told me about it in my stream, stuff like that. Thank you to those people. I really appreciate you guys. And have an amazing day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Hey you! Thanks so much for making it to the end of my video. I really appreciate it. Editing videos is both my hobby and my passion, and with that in mind, I've decided to open up a Patreon if you'd like to support me besides in the amazing ways that my subscribers already usually do. I've got loads of perks and benefits, including having your own personally custom made colonist, being one of my default colonists in the mod showcases, special roles on Discord, joining me while I stream, monthly Q&As and podcasts. I've got it all. Come take a look. All support is always appreciated, monetarily or not. If you're a subscriber, then be sure to hit the little bell over here to always be up to date with videos I push out, and head over to the Discord if you ever want to have a deep and meaningful chat with me. And last but not least, I hope you're having an amazing day.